position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Tigers will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And no chance at a return here. They'll... No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Vols ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Lewis wants to pass. Throwing right. Got a man. It's Jackson. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, Feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field. Get it to him early on the first drive. Let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Washington. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Wants to adjust the pattern. From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. They're coming off an appearance in the national championship game last year, and you know they're looking to get back.
Yeah, they're motivated to take the next step. And, David, they feel like they've upgraded to several key positions this year, hoping that they can take it that one next step and win the Natty this season.
Yeah, it was one thing to get there, but, man, do you get even hungrier when you've got there and you had to watch the other team celebrate. So a good chance to take out some demons, start this year off.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, LSU! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the gun to give to the back. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Intercepted. The defense is set him up. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
And how about this offense? Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. Coming out, firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
And he made the extra point without problem. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. From the gun, running back on the move. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. They'll run the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out fast. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab past the marker. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
The Volunteers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Caught over the middle, It's Lane. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Well, it's always nice to get the first one out of the way. That's the first passing touchdown for the season in this offense, and they've got a lot of playmakers. Their quarterback is accurate, makes good decisions. You saw it on that play. That's the first, and it certainly won't be the last.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Alabama. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Lewis to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and go, that guy is really good. I'm going to find ways to get him. But I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
They'll go back to the air on second down. He'll pull it down. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get it.
Brings it down on the right side. Off and running. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, LSU.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's the handoff. There he goes. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the Volunteers have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. Trying to set up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. a grab. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do, build the lead.
Trying to burn this defensive back. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Starts a drive trying to go up top. It's complete to the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. And this big orange offense getting it done in the passing game.
And great execution by the quarterback. And when you think about Tennessee offense, man, when they got their trigger man, and they've had some great ones. Peyton Manning, T. Martin, Hendon Hooker had an unbelievable run. They find that guy, man, their offenses have been so hard to stop.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Finds a spot in the middle. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
throw off the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete on third.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Under fire. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Goes to the option. The give to the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be third and long. Lewis wants to pass. He's going for the big play. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking downfield on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that one is picked up in the end zone. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignment. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unleashes it. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. On the move. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. up top. Grabbed behind the line, it's Davis. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And he dropped it. Incomplete pass in what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Vols will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Throws it back. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Hey, man, offensively, you just got to know when the play is over, and you got to live to play the next down. That was not a good decision there by the ball carrier. He had a chance to just go down when that play was over. Instead, he tries to do something too heroic, and the offense sustains a massive loss.
He might want another play. Lewis to throw. Pocket breaking down. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. And it's picked off for the third time today. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. Defense comes up with a play. They get the pick and take it back to the 20.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy. And
he's got some space. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it up to 49.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself.
Gonna let it fly. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Gets the back moving. Going right to work up top. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Finds his man. It's Winton. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. The Vols moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Winton. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Volunteers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
35, Tennessee, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Dotson. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Turning it on. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
35, Tennessee, 7.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
This quarterback is out of sorts at this point of the game, guys. He's already thrown 2 picks. His fundamentals are falling apart. He threw that last pass off of his back leg. This is not a good sign for this quarterback moving forward.
To the air on second down. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The big thing now don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. This time it's complete. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Makes the catch. It's Davis. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Caught close to the marker. It's Winton. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, give on the inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Vols with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Motion from the wideout. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Vols had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Running behind that left side. Fighting off the defender. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to Davis. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I know we're in the 3rd quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
It's good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. He'll bring it out. It's Suggs. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. On the move, he fires. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Lewis wants to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
So here is the Tennessee offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Now on 1st down from the 30.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Right down the middle. Lost the defense, he's wide open. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. South Carolina is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 15 over Penn State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Lewis to throw. Under fire. He's got it down the right side. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. Well, they say the bounces eventually even out, but they've been pretty much one-sided today.
And the defense needs something to happen so bad. You're in a deficit already. You get your hands on a football, and the offense still makes the play. That is so demoralizing for this team.
He's going to run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
Brings up third down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll send the tight end in motion. Lewis wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown LSU!
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
LSU 49, Tennessee 17.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Works the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter.
Here we go.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter of play, but now time for the 4th quarter. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 4th down, looking to pass. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Volunteers will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Lane. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Snagged out of the air. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
1st and goal, Tennessee.
Wants to throw again. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
The number 1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Lewis to throw. Looking for a huge play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. He's not afraid to go deep. Snags it down the right side. He's loose. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Got his man to the left. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Lacey. Unloads it left. Hauls it in. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He wants to throw it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
Off play action. This time he's got his man. There's a fumble. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the 1st down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. He's got his man. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Looking for a man. It's Lacey. Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Davis. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Powers through. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The offense changing the play. Lewis wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
They just keep firing. He fires to the left side. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Iowa State is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been clicking in every facet of the game. They're up by 20 over Tulane. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day.
There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He is stopped short of the line to gain. The fourth down try goes awry, and that might just do it.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now, because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jeff.
Gonna take a shot. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
So now it's second and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Lewis to throw. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are cool.
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he puts through the extra point.
LSU 63, Tennessee 24.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making checks. Lewis wants to pass. Fires downfield. Connection to the right. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on first down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Gonna take a shot. And he's thrown another interception. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th. Just complete and utter dominance in this one, outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total dominance.